This is our Christina Aguilera, right? Are you going to sing for us? Come on up. She looks like in Lady Marmalade, right? All right. So this, first of all, I have to say Taylor Petenbrink, who is related to Sherry, we'll just say. Sherry Petenbrink has been helping us as well backstage and doing a lot of setting and finishing and coloring, all of that. So Taylor, thank you very much for this. This looks just amazing. Yeah, what do you think, guys? Yeah. Great? Right.
It's a lot of work, but it's worth it.
Yes, yes. And of course, this is all her hair. No, I'm just kidding. Right, because you don't get this luscious. But this color is just totally amazing. This is a lot of what we're seeing right now, right? The pastels, the really, really sort of whispery shades that just kind of come, gotta look, we'll get that in a minute. Be careful there, my love. The whispery shades that are like this. This is our soft pinks. Did you use the metallics, Sherry, on this?
I actually didn't use the metallics. I used the marbling, that marbling technique that I'm going to show.
Demonstrate in a little bit. Sherry's going to demonstrate a marbling technique, which is a little bit different from your typical kind of color melt or ombre. So again, these are some of the things that we're talking about, showing you that are a little different and then look a bit more modern, a bit more fashion forward than maybe what we've been doing in the past. But the extensions are all Remy, so that's important. And I know sometimes before I knew what Remy was, I didn't really know what that meant. I think that's an important thing. Very high quality extensions, all the cuticle going in the same way. So they do look, they can get shiny, they look beautiful, they're healthy, they take color very well. So we are able to color them, and they're able to style out like this, and they hold the styles beautifully. The heat setting and things like that is so easy on this type of hair, and the color is, it's amazing on it. Yeah. It takes color better than any that I've done previously, so I do have to say that.
And the beauty of these pieces, especially this number 60, they come 10 in a pack, 18-inch, 22-inch, for the length that you want. And the beauty of these are, because you're starting out with this kind of perfect sort of ash blonde to begin with, it's a very clean blonde. Yes. There's not a lot of warmth to it, and it's not overly cool that you're compensating also for that kind of base. So the idea here is when you're creating these super pastel shades, this I did with like 3 parts clear to 1 part color intensity confetti collection, which is what won last night at Stylish Choice Awards, if any of you were there.
Anybody there?
It won for favorite pastel collection. So it was the lilac, the pewter, and the soft rose pink that were used with the clear. And as you notice, that's kind of an opalescent color. You don't see where the pink and the purple and the titanium and all of that kind of stop and start. And I'll demonstrate, I'm going to demonstrate with some brighter colors, more like a little oil slick type thing, which is the same thing. It represents like mother of pearl. And I think on these type of extensions and this type of result that you want that super, I call it like a soft whisper of color versus a shout of color, right? I like those soft whispers. I think they work great, especially on her fair skin and all of that. It doesn't always have to be bright and screaming. Sometimes I like to shout and whisper on a head of hair, which we have an example of here.
Those, right?
But in Bryn's case, I just think it turned out stunning, and I absolutely love it. And I think she does too. I think we've created a monster here.
Thank you. Thank you. And you know, Sherry, that's a great point about those number 60s, you know, and I know they're super popular. And even if you had to pick one to start with to have in salon, that's the one, because it's just a great natural base for whatever you want to do. Even the vivids, they get very vivid because that's what we did on some of these, right? Right. Come on up, Rosie, let's have
So I think this is a great opportunity to talk about the hair in Shirley's, because, you know, with that said, you know, the extensions can be a little tricky. And how many of you are doing extensions in salon and like custom coloring and those kind of things? So you know, it can be a bit tricky sometimes. When you're doing something like this, where you're adding them into their natural hair, you can custom color them, have them ready to go when they walk in the salon for their appointment. If you have a client coming in that you're coloring their hair and the extension hair, it can get a little tricky. You almost need to do that in the same sitting, because it's not always going to be the exact same formula on the extensions that is on the hair. You got to play a little bit with that. So I like to do that in one sitting. different from this.
And that's a really important point, because very often we think we can match it up, but you do want the client to be there for those, because it is a different palette that you're working on, right? It's a different canvas. So this was also with the number 60 hair, so you can see with this, with our yellows, it's so vibrant. And then doing the shadow base with the hot pink as well, just gave it, and some of those pink pieces running through. It's just a perfect canvas for those colors. And then this really gives it the pop, almost neon, right? Which is also very, very in vogue right now, and we want to see these type of colors. But matching it up beautifully to her hair. Thank you
And
so
we just
much,
put that whisper
Nancy.
of pastel pink in
Yes.
there. Kind of opposite to having like the bright shine line or the bright contouring in the front, like you see here, mixed with the pastels. Let's have Stephanie come up.
Yep.
Bailey did this for us. This was a pre-done model that she did for us prior to coming to the show, which was great because it really helped us out during prep. What do you guys think? It's beautiful, right? So this was done with the new flat tips. So we've been talking a lot about the tape-in, and that really is kind of a focus for the color takeover, because there's just so many ways to use them, and they're quick. A full head takes maybe 30 to 45 minutes to apply at the most, even for beginners, right? So it's really quick and easy. It's a quick, impactful way to really give your clients makeovers. In this case, though, the flat tips were used, and they're really innovative. They're kind of like, almost like a little piece of what we see as those tape-in wefts, but it has a little tab on the end that goes in. It hooks into a ring similar to your eye tip, but then it's flattened. Instead of being round, it's flat to the head. So not only does the ring hold flat, but the little piece of the hair that you're putting in the individual also holds flat. They're doing demos all day at the booth, and you guys should really stop by and check it out, because this is brand new technology, and it's very exclusive to Donna Bella hair. I always love new things. My clients do too, because something new comes out and I'm like, oh, we're changing everything because now we've got something new to do. So I really love these because they are reusable as well. They can come out, you move the hair up, and you simply retighten them. The ring opens, tightens, and it's very easy to move the hair up. The color technique used here is Bailey just kept a common base, right, in the extensions, and then individually colored the different colors through of confetti, soft pink, light purple, sky blue, moonstone, and combinations of those shades. And the result, I think, is beautiful. She did an amazing job.
Yeah,
Thanks.
gorgeous.
Yeah, yeah.
I love those flat tips, Sherry, because they're wider, so they cover more space.
Right.
But they really lay just naturally into the head shape. They really, really do. It's amazing new thing.
And you know, I don't think one technique is better than another. I get asked that all the time.
Yeah.
I usually decide based on my client's needs. How often are they coming to see me? Do they just want thickness? This and that. You know, some methods don't work for some people and they work for others. You know, the little beads are copper. Maybe somebody can't have copper close to their head. The tapes are great for that. So there's all these different nuances, and usually I customize to the individual client. I often do combinations as well. I may do all tape through the bottom and then individual through the top, just to kind of customize it a little bit. So that's, again, the beauty of having multiple techniques is you can really customize it for each client, and I love that. Always think outside of the box, right?